These are the 10 best combos in Final Fantasy Draft. By pairing up these commons and uncommons, you can boost your synergy and get more wins. First up is the combo between Circle of Power and Black Mage's Rod. Circle of Power is often just used as a card draw spell that makes you a Black Wizard token, but it also conveniently gives your wizards +1/+0 and gives them lifelink until end of turn. Black Mage's Rod can make the equipped creature a wizard, which is also a bit of an underused line of text there, so if you can put Black Mage's Rod onto one of your big creatures before playing Circle of Power, you can get in for a big hit and gain a ton of life using Circle of Power, which is a great little synergy to be aware of. Next is the combo between Garnet, Princess of Alexandria, and Summon Fenrir. This is a dream 2-3 punch. You play Garnet on turn 2, on turn 3 you play Summon Fenrir, get a basic land card, attack with Garnet, remove that counter, the lore counter from the Summon Fenrir, so that your Garnet will grow, your Summon Fenrir will stick around, you'll keep getting extra lands from your deck every time you trigger that Summon Fenrir. It's really that sort of 2-3 combo that if your opponent doesn't have a kill spell quickly, is going to win you the game. Next is the combo between Unexpected Request and any sacrifice outlet like Phantom Train, the classic steal and sack. You play Unexpected Request to take your opponent's creature, hit them with it, and then before you have to give it back at the end of the turn, you sacrifice it to Phantom Train or any other sacrifice outlet to make sure you don't have to give the creature back, and it turns Unexpected Request into a great removal spell. Next is the combo between Delivery Moogle and Phoenix Down. Delivery Moogle comes into play and can get you an artifact from your deck that costs 2 or less, and Phoenix Down is an artifact that often gets underutilized in the format because it's not necessarily the strongest on its own, but if you go and get it with your Delivery Moogle, then you can put the Phoenix Down into play and then trade off your Delivery Moogle and then use the Phoenix Down to get the Delivery Moogle back because Delivery Moogle costs 4 or less. And so in that way, it almost makes your Delivery Moogle a little bit impervious to removal spells, lets it get that extra bit of card advantage, and even search up a new artifact from your deck when it comes back into play. So a nice synergy as well. Next is the combo between Fang, Fearless Lissi, and Vanille, Cheerful Lissi. The classic meld combination where if you can get both of them into play and pay 5 mana, you can get Ragnarok, Divine Deliverance, which is a Vigilance, Menace, Trample, Reach, Haste, 7/6 that dies, destroys permanents, you return non-legendary permanent card from your graveyard to the battlefield, just as everything you wanted to do, and is absolutely a fantastic payoff for getting this nice little combo into your deck. Next is the combo between Sorceress's Schemes and Sorceress's Schemes. If you can get 2 of these into your deck, you can loop them because they can get cards back from exile. So you have one Sorceress's Schemes in your graveyard, for example, you flash it back to get an instant back from your graveyard, and then you play the other Sorceress's Schemes to get back the Sorceress's Schemes that you had in exile. So now you once again have a Sorceress's Schemes in your hand, a Sorceress's Schemes in your graveyard. You can just infinitely loop them if you have enough mana to just always have access to whichever instant or sorcery that you want to have in your graveyard. So you have Sorceress's Schemes, flash it back, get into a different instant, play Sorceress's Schemes, get back the one from exile. It's kind of a cutesy little loop that if you get to the late game can definitely win you some games by just getting back infinite removal spells or things like that. Next is the combo between Evil Reawakened and Balam T-Rexor or any of the cycling creatures. So Evil Reawakened lets you return a creature from your graveyard to the battlefield with a couple of extra counters on it, so you can get something really big really quickly in the game just on turn 5. But sometimes you don't have the card you want in your graveyard, which is where Forest Cycling on Balam T-Rexor or the Land Cycling on the other cards comes in, because if you have your Balam T-Rexor in hand, you can definitely get it into the graveyard to bring it back as a 5-mana 8/8 trample that gains you 3 life, which is really, really nice, even getting yourself a forest in the process by doing that Forest Cycling. So keep an eye out for the Land Cyclers if you do have Evil Reawakened in your deck. Next is the combo between Summon Shiva and Stuck in Summoner's Sanctum. So Summon Shiva is only going to be in play for a couple of turns, it taps things down, and eventually draws you a card for each tapped creature your opponents control. So on its own, you'll have tapped one of their creatures because it'll still be tapped from the stun counter you put on it the previous turn. But if you have Stuck in Summoner's Sanctum in your deck, you can tap down additional creatures, they'll still be in play, and you'll draw extra cards from your Summon Shiva, which is a fantastic way to get extra value from your nice little 5-drop. So if you have Summon Shiva, keep an eye out for these tap-based removal spells. Next is another combo that has to do with tapping. Summon Primal Garuda says it deals 4 damage to target tapped creature an opponent controls, which is really good if your opponent is attacking you because their creature will naturally be tapped. But sometimes their creatures aren't going to be tapped. You're going to be the one trying to attack your opponent, and your Summon Primal Garuda won't be able to get that value by dealing 4 damage to a tapped creature. That's where Quarrel comes in. You use that card's ability, spend 2 mana, tap target non-enchantment creature your opponent controls. Next turn, play your Summon Primal Garuda while it's still tapped, get that nice little 4 damage effect, and get full value from your Summon Primal Garuda, which is a really nice way to take advantage of a card that sometimes can be situationally great and just make it just naturally great. And then the final combo we have is between Demon Wall and Combat Tutorial. So Demon Wall is a 3/3 with Menace, but it does have Defender and can't attack unless it has a counter on it. So naturally, it can put counters on itself for 6 mana. But if you use Combat Tutorial, which is a nice little 2/3 punch in your curve, then you can put a counter onto the Demon Wall so it can attack as a 4/4 Menace as early as turn 3, which is, of course, a stellar little aggressive threat into your deck. Hits for tons of damage and is a great combo to be aware of. Anyway, that's going to do it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did make it to the end, leave hashtag 10pair in the comment section down below, because these pairings will do great work for your decks and help you win more games. That's going to do it for this one, though. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll talk to you next time.